I'm sitting there doing this like we're not live, right? Got to give the people what they want. What's up? What's up, guys? This is episode 293 of the Option Podcast. Now, you guys may not know her because she's not in our wheelhouse, but she's an interesting person and she was interested in coming on the podcast. So here we go, people. Buckle up. The episode starts right now. You know, that's always loud. No matter how I set the volume on that, that is always loud. I'm Jason DeBeas. That looks like Emily Madigan. What's up? How's life in Arizona or Texas or wherever you are? Where are you right
It's
now?
great. It's great.
Well, you got a
How are
blackboard
you?
behind you. Are you in school right
I
now?
do. I'm in a classroom, yes.
Well, you know what? School's open, baby. We're going to teach these
Yep.
people on how to play volleyball and what it's about. So, Emily Madigan, I met this young lady, this talented young lady, got to have an adjective in front of that, at the Hawaiian Festival. You guys remember that. And this woman, every time she touched the ball, good things happen. When you're at the service line, you got an ace. When you're at the netted position four, you got a block.
Come check out the Option
Oops,
Podcast.
sorry. All right. Yeah, when you had to play middle for one rotation, you got set the quick set and hit the one, and I'm just like, how do you do it? She's like, is that a
Well,
question?
yeah, I was like, sorry, it's a little laggy. Um, I've played middle almost my whole life, so going to outside was a lot different. But yeah, I've played all three front row positions, so it's been a great experience being able to play all three, and you get to learn all that knowledge and learn how to play in each different spot. So being able to use all three spots in the game is really awesome, and it's just so fun.
How do you do it? How do you um, because sometimes we get caught in something we call fixed positions, right?
Hmm.
Some idiot coach lines up all the kids against the walls, like you're tall, you're short, you're really skinny, so you're going to play this position. And some coaches who I think should be fired for doing that to 13-year-olds, right? Lock people in positions. So how
Hmm.
is it one of those things where you just don't think about it? You're just like, all right, I'm in the middle, I'm going to play middle.
Yeah, it's definitely very easy to it's I mean it's hard to switch up from going fast paced to slower paced with the different positions. But from playing middle for so long, I'm used to that fast pace. So going to outside was hard to transition to because it's like usually a slower set, longer approach. It's not as fast paced of a ball. But I think just practice and getting used to each different position, each different set is the way to go. So it's just practice, practice, practice.
Do you use a four stepper for your outside?
So I am goofy footed. So I've had several coaches try to fix it. It's never worked, but I I honestly have no clue. I think I use a three step. I think it just depends on the set. I just go.
Right. I didn't pick that up because I think in the festival you were changing up. It looks like you're in the middle of trying to change your approach. Is that what's going on?
Kind of. I try to go change it and then I go back to normal. So it's just kind of a mix in between.
Right.
Just whatever works in the moment.
And it's weird because as far as changing your steps or making a decision to change your steps or not, like timing is everything, right? If you're
Yeah.
13, okay, they caught you early, they want to do that, right?
Hmm.
You're right now entering your freshman year of college at University of Dallas. Let's see that shirt, girl.
Yes.
Let's see that shirt. There it is. Dallas volleyball. Uh, um, yeah, so I think it's one of those things where you have a very critical decision to make. I'll give you an example. USC, Tina Gradina, right? She's from Latvia. And
Hmm.
as a freshman, she was the best beach player in that program. And like Dane Blanton, who's the head coach, he tried. He spent a year and he tried to change her steps. And the next year she came back, whatever. And he's just like, you know what? Forget it, leave it, and the reason why people have are so adamant about it is because they think it like defies like all biomechanics or whatever. But then you run into these players who are on the short list of best players in the world who have a lefty approach. For
Yeah.
sorry. First of all, people in the chat, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to click like. Don't forget to click share. Whatever, just like a Care Bear. Also, don't be scared to be in the comment section and like let's troll this girl. Let's ask her some questions about college, right? Because we have a mutual from our wheelhouses, we have mutual guests coming in and out of this, at least the live part. But while we're live, yeah, just jump in, right? So it's very, very strange, and I want to give you a chance to talk because this is important. But Tina, competed for the bronze in the Olympics, right? Karch Karai was a goofy foot who we consider, us old school people consider God. Then he changed
Hmm.
his steps for indoor, and then when he went back to the beach, he deliberately went back to goofy foot. Phil
Yeah.
Dahlhauser, right, who's highly regarded as one of the the top three GOAT American players. Also goofy foot, right? Well, these are all beach players, but you and I can go all day on indoor people too. So, um, and I think the reason why a lot of your coaches didn't pick it up is because you are so athletic and you get so high so fast. So we as coaches we get caught looking from the neck up, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. In our ego identity, we just miss it. We just miss it,
Yeah.
or not. You have a decision to make. It depends on what position you're gonna play at Dallas. You know, where are you
Yeah,
gonna
for
where,
sure.
go ahead. Yeah, where are you gonna
I'm
play?
probably gonna be probably middle or right side
Mm-hmm.
for Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Which, if you're right side, it doesn't really. But honestly, Goofy Foots doesn't really mess with your range that much. It only really messes with
Yeah, for sure.
with middle and left side. It's a range
Hmm.
issue, and the reason why I even brought it up the other players before because they're beach players and they're not going to have a double block, right? You're not going to
Yeah.
have a two-person block on the beach, so you know, yeah, work through it, play with it. You still got non-traditional season. Oh no, you're jumping into your season.
Yeah, we're jumping into preseason in I think 2 weeks.
Wow, when's your first game?
Yep. I think September 4th.
Jeez,
Yeah.
man, that's before Labor Day.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. At least the calendar says so. Yeah. I'm gonna be in
Hmm.
Aspen on no. I'm gonna be in Aspen on September 4th. So maybe I'll watch a video where you're from. I'm
Oh,
actually
awesome,
I'm
awesome.
doing what I do best. I'm gonna be doing center court for a tournament called the Motherlode. It's a big grass and beach tournament in Aspen, Colorado.
Oh,
It's
awesome.
huge. It's my fifth season in a row. But never mind me. Uh, um, how did Dallas come into play? Walk me through
So,
the process of that with I guess whatever you can voluntarily do.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually planning on not playing college ball for quite a bit through high school. I was like, I think after high school I'll be done. But then, and so I was looking purely for academics. And I have a lot of friends from my school that are going to Dallas. And I was like, well, might as well check it out. It's a Catholic college, so that's great. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna check it out for academics. And then I reached out to Coach Alexis and I was like, well, if I want to keep playing, like, let's see if I can do this. And so I reached out to her and I was like, I can go to the college of my choice for academics and career and also keep playing the sport I love. So I was like, okay, this could be a really good fit. And I toured a few other schools, toured a school for track, but Dallas just felt like home immediately. I had friends coming in, I have family in town, so it all just kind of fell into place and it was awesome.
It's like this perfect storm, right?
Yeah.
What are you studying? You of course putting student first before the student athlete. What's gonna be your major?
I'm gonna major in biology and then minor in chemistry.
Yeah. Well, here's the good news. If I mean, at some point, college and coaching is about winning and losing. If they want to win, they got a good player. You at a very young age crack the code on how to win. Right, there are some
Hmm.
games where I think you look fantastic and look sensational, and then there's some games where you don't look like your best self. You know,
Yeah.
it's a family show. I'm gonna say it like that, and but you still win. So, and I think that's probably what University of Dallas is looking for. This girl knows how to win. Some days it's like no highlights, just wins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Your sister plays too. Right? I wonder if she's gonna follow
Yes.
you.
Yeah, we'll see what happens, but hopefully. I want her to keep playing, so
Right.
see if she can either come to Dallas with me or play somewhere else or
Make that decision.
yeah.
Well, she's got a little bit of work to do, and and it seems like Dallas is looking for people who don't necessarily fit a prototype, but know how to play and win. So, and
Yes.
your sister has that gene too. Like I remember the last day you couldn't you the last day of the tournament of the festival you weren't there, and
Yeah.
the other players had to carry that, and they went to her a lot. And I just think she has to just trust herself. And
Yeah,
and stop listening to 100 people. Find like two or three people you trust, and work from there, because that's too
for sure.
much. That's too much
Yeah.
information crammed into your pretty little heads. Yeah. Do you
Yeah,
want? Go ahead.
it was great getting to play with her this season. She's 2 years younger than me, so we never got to play really, except for high school. So getting to play with her, it was just a great experience. We sometimes had those little sister arguments that always happen, but it was always just so fun, and it was so like just amazing to see her have fun and be able to like experience it together.
Yeah.
So that was great.
Cool, man. Talk to me a little bit about the club atmosphere. You and your sister play for the same club too,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the same high school.
Yes, so I played for Arizona Storm in seventh and eighth grade, and then I moved to Valley Heat, which is my high school coach's club. So I played there for a few years, and then this last year, senior year, I played for Havoc volleyball, and that's when my sister came, and then our best friend from our school team as well came and played with us, and then we were able to like build a lot of relationships through volleyball, and this last year has just been so fun. Like Havoc was amazing. It was a great experience getting to play different positions, and it was just the best.
Yeah.
So it was really great.
Is that attributed to the coaches and the culture of the club? Because again, I have a small sample size. I've only seen you guys play for 3 days, but
Yeah,
you guys have this team where the energy's there. Everyone on the sideline is like whatever, and it's this unbreakable chain, which I, in my professional opinion, is the single most important thing for girls volleyball, which
yeah,
we can get into later, because I wanted you to talk to me a little bit about the atmosphere and just like the positivity around the club, and this and I guess getting having the drama in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like have a little theater performance in the other way, because for club,
yeah,
it can go the other way, right? So
yeah.
yeah, talk to me a
This
little bit
club,
about just the coaching and
yeah,
the lifestyle and the culture of the kids.
yeah, for sure. This club was probably one of the best ones I've ever played for. Having that like small club experience is for me a lot better. And I like small, like I went to a small high school. I'm going to a smaller college. And just having that the being close to everyone makes it so that you can build relationships easier. You get closer to the people you're around, and everyone is just so positive at Havoc. Everyone always walks in with a smile. No one's angry. If there's a little, volleyball debacle like there always is, it gets solved immediately, and everyone's just super understanding, supportive. Everyone loves each other, and with there being a lot less people, the coaches can put in more time to each individual person so you can build that relationship, which is really nice.
Yeah. And you also have to have like a balance, I mean,
Yeah.
I was well, I coached for 26 years, but recently I was with a Los Angeles volleyball club, which at the time was kind of an upstart thing, and now they've kind of, they're doing special things. But one of the biggest challenges was for the younger coaches we were recruiting. We had this number one rule for especially for girls volleyball. Boys, we can get into it later. Never vilify a girl in a way that makes a team alienate her, because what
Hmm.
happens is they start forming these cliques, these 2-person and these 3-person, 4-person cliques that we as coaches think we see. In our experience, we think we see it a mile
Yeah.
away, and we just don't. We don't see it. And most of the time, we don't see it until it falls off the cliff in a way where you're like, wow, didn't see that coming, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not, you've probably seen from the outside in other clubs that have that issue. and it generates
For
from this
sure.
foundational thing. If you see a
Hmm.
girl pick on someone, you as a coach, you're like, hey, that's your sister. That's your sister. What are you doing? That's your teammate. That's
Yeah.
that's that's the girl, that's the girl, like that's gonna be in the foxhole with you when things start blowing up, right? So and it was one of the bigger challenges of the younger coaches, like Coach Kamalu, who also co-directed the festival. She's really
Hmm.
good with that because she's younger, a younger generation. She also played for
Yeah.
Northridge. Jo Jason Olive, pure old school. He's Mister Life's tough, get a helmet, right? So there was this healthy balance where coaches, the chemistry of the coaches, save each other from each other.
Yeah.
And you wind up with something magical like Havoc did, like it's magical. I really, it's also one of the reasons why I wanted you on the podcast. I just wanted you to hand out lessons to other clubs on how to, to keep that environment of togetherness, right?
Yeah.
Well, you
And
started from
it's
a
really
foundational point.
nice.
You said it was a smaller program, but
Yes.
go ahead.
Yes. So the director is Coach Daryl Gregg, and his whole family is very involved, and it's just really great. His wife is involved. His daughter Kara was our assistant coach, so it was a father-daughter duo. And then all the other coaches, they're just like family. So it's a really great aspect. You walk in the gym, everyone knows who you are, everyone says hi. There's a double clap that's the havoc thing, and it's just really nice, and you get to know everyone, and having that like family foundation with them already being family, and then they like open up their family to everyone else, and it's really great.
Yeah. I mean, it's risk versus reward. Like a lot of the bigger clubs, they
Hmm.
don't they don't want coaches to personalize their work. They don't want people to be that close. Um, they just want to keep it about volleyball and it takes care of itself. And for those programs, I kind of say good for them, and
Yeah.
but if you're willing to take the risk of this emotional investment that goes with and beyond the sport, I say go for it.
Hmm.
Like I had some of the chat groups that I'm sharing this with, like there was one coach that's like, oh, you'll never be in our culture. And I'm like, okay, good. I don't want to be, because look, I'm a New Yorker. And of course, you think you associate New York with like tons of people, but
Yeah.
I'm my biggest strength and my biggest weakness is I personalize my work, right? And as a coach, if you can figure out how to reset without it getting the best of you, you do well. And it seems like they're doing well at Habit. Yeah, because sometimes coaches burn out, right? Like the reason
Yeah.
why, and I have to say this, the reason why coaches burn out is not because of some ego thing, even though that's there. They burn out because their biggest strength is they personalize their work. They live in a video room like a hermit. But their weakness is when they want something for you and you lose, they take that L with you. And it hurts.
Yeah.
And it hurts. Believe it or not, it's so weird to say this. It hurts the coach more on the loss than it hurts the player because the coach wants it for you in this bad way. And then sometimes when they don't have the solution, they're looking for a solution, and then sometimes people give you people to blame,
Yeah.
and then that's how it starts, and then the pressure builds, and you just like, I'm exhausted, and all of us, no matter what, all of us coaches have went through that at one point in their career. I did. I went through
Yeah.
that twice, So yeah, but I love the personal. My I guess my super point here is I love the smaller group because smaller groups mean more personal attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
Yes.
and for some reason you feel like you get more reps in practice, right?
Hmm.
In sixes you probably can only touch the ball 15 times in a 2 hour practice, but you're like but you're always moving, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
How'd you get into the sport?
My mom played when she was in high school. My grandma coached. So it's been a family thing. Everyone's played. Um, like I started out when I was little, playing all the sports, doing all the things, seeing what I loved. And volleyball just stuck. Like since fifth grade, always played school volleyball, and I just loved it. And so I kept going from there.
Yeah. Oh, so the whole family played.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is a conversation, so you get to ask me stuff too. Like we're right now, no, because right now we're in interview mode. But I want to remind us, and the audience, this is a conversation. This isn't I don't have the power of subpoena. She's here voluntarily, right? So you got the light under you, right? Where were you on the night of the stolen truck? You're gonna need a lawyer, honey. So yeah, I mean, this is whatever. It's interactive. Yeah, so that's so cool. So you have a sister that plays. Who else?
Yes.
Let's go through that list again.
Yeah, so my grandma played, and she coached my mom for a bit. My mom played. My younger sister Sophia, that you saw at Hawaii, plays,
Mm-hmm.
and then my other younger sister Penelope also plays for Havoc as well.
Yeah, nice, cool. What'd you think of the
Yeah,
competition out there?
in Hawaii,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty good. I was only able to stay for one day because I had to head out to Dallas. But that first day, there was some tough teams, and it was good. It was pretty even play.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely made you work. No easy games. Never could step off the pedal. So I think it was really fun last club tournament. It was great.
Yeah. Well, this is the second season that we're doing the festival. So the first one,
Yeah.
only 60 teams, small or whatever, and that was Hawaii heavy, like Hawaii next level. I mean, that club was so deep. The 15s played the 16s in the 18s finals. I mean,
Yeah.
and it looked like a college game. Like, first of all, you go against a Hawaiian team. Everyone knows everyone could play defense. Like they
Oh
don't
yeah.
like. Remember Ta'ahine? They like
Yes.
these teams do not take plays off. They
No, they
and
will pick everything up.
Jeez, it's like, and also playing a Hawaiian team in Hawaii is like, it's like fighting Aquaman in the Atlantic Ocean. he just, right? He just grabs you, takes and throws both of you into the water, right? Guess which one of you is gonna breathe, right? And guess which one of
Yeah.
you is not gonna breathe. So
Yeah, it's honestly awesome. Yeah.
yeah.
It was so fun.
Yeah, Tahine was one of my favorite teams to watch. Havoc, of course,
Yes.
one of my favorite teams to watch. Eric Sato had a very good team, I believe, that won
Hmm.
18s with Kea and some of the girls. But it was great to just meet all of you guys from like different areas and this and that. And next year is going to be bigger. Next year we're going to have a team from
Yeah.
Thailand. Next year we're going to have a team from Canada, a team from Japan. So it's not just going to be junior American juniors. It's going to be a legitimate par for the course festival.
Yeah, that'll be so fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, well, you're done. Maybe get Sophia to come back next year,
Yeah.
right? um, Fundamentally, let's talk fun volleyball stuff.
Yeah.
Fundamentally, what was the easiest fundamental to come to you? So when I talk about fundamentals, I'm talking passing, setting, digging, blocking, serving, hitting. Of those six fundamentals,
Yeah.
when you were learning the game or getting it better at the game, which one came the easiest as far as you excelling?
I would say hitting. It's just the urge to be able to hit that ball hard and fast. It just makes you want to do it more and better. So it helps, like, that want helps you get better so much easier. And for me, passing was just like, it's passing. Like, sure, but of course, like, you need passing. So, but hitting, just, I think the want to be able to hit the ball hard made it so much easier to just go do it.
That's so wild because I ask this question to a lot of juniors players, and hitting is the most difficult thing for them. And you just want something to punch or smack. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Just give me some. You come into the room, it's like, can I help you? It's just like, give me something to hit. Which one was more slower learning or more tedious in the process of becoming
I'd
a
say
complete
setting.
volleyball player? Yeah.
Yeah, setting for sure. Learning how to use your hands the right way, how much power to give, how much wrist movement, finger movement, all the things. I'm not a setter, not very good at it. I can set, but not it's not great by any means. But I'd say that one's definitely the hardest. Knowing where to go, what decision to make, like in the fast-paced game, knowing who to go to, and just where the blockers are. You have to know everything, and you have to be kind of the quarterback of the court. So I'd say setting by far is one of the top.
Nice. A Mavakura Monster says it's her daughter's first year at Havoc. Havoc loved the
Mhm.
club. Yep. And you know what? We were just talking about that before you hopped on. It's this atmosphere where I mean this. I'm tripping over my words here, but there's when you're at a place where like everyone wants to be there.
Yeah,
It's golden. I can't.
it's
I mean, we're
great.
talking.
It's
We're
great.
beating a dead horse here, but I can't. I can't. I can't. It made me smile. I'm sitting there,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to do my job, but I'm like, you guys. I don't know. It's just fun to call. Uh, um,
yeah.
I like that. So setting. Let's stay with setting a little bit.
Okay.
When you learn that setting is more than just hands,
Hmm.
it playing the position or wanting to play the position becomes a little bit scary, right?
Yeah,
Like I'm a former player and I was a OH turned into a setter, but I've always had good hands. And what happened was my actual hands got worse, but I played the position better. I'm
yeah,
like, what just happened? I had a little catch and throw release because I was mixing indoor and outdoor, so it took me a while to just fast release. I'm also left-handed too, so it was easier for me to
yeah,
just hit on two and create plays, and make defenses uncomfortable. And like you, I was like a super athletic person. Like my wingspan is 6'8". I'm 6'1",
wow,
but you
yeah,
right, it's not even. I mean, I go full screen. It's still off the screen, girl. So, um, yeah. So setting is really really good. And for me, one of the easier things for that I talk to other players, digging was a lot of people's easier thing to do because they had a fearlessness.
yeah,
Once they realize the ball can't hurt them that bad, all of a sudden they're picking balls up, right?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, don't you wish like you're in a tournament that the ball would just hit you in the face? This right? This way you don't have to worry about getting hit in the face. It's already happened and now you're just like I could just play volleyball.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Is there a nervous energy before big games, or are you cold, or
Um,
are you a little bit lukewarm sometimes?
yeah, usually there's not really nervous energy. You see the teams warm up. It's like, okay, you can show off or show down in warm ups. Warm ups mean nothing. It's just to get you warm. Um, but usually there's a little bit of it's not like nervous, it's more excitement and like the like getting ready to go out makes you kind of like the adrenaline pump and everything. So I think it's not like a scared nervous, it's like an excited nervous.
Right. Well, there's an old saying: if I have nervous energy, it only means I'm ready.
Yeah.
It's you've been practicing this and you've been practicing this and you've been practicing it, and now this moment comes where practice is done. You have to do. I mean, I'd be worried if you didn't feel anything. It's just
Yeah.
weird. Lily Smith Backman says I was penny setter and she was such a good player. Probably our MVP. Literally, all of y'all are good.
Aw.
Yep. She's like, do I know Penny? Do I know Lily Smith Bachman?
Penny's my youngest sister, so I think she's on her team at
Oh,
Havoc.
nice. Congratulations, Emily. That's Mava Co Monster 313. Cool. So I'm reading I got the live stream next to me as you saw in our tech rehearsal
Yes.
before the whatever. Um, when did you know that you were going to do this competitively? Was maybe it was let me reshape my question. Maybe it was a gradual thing, or maybe it was like there was a particular match or a tournament where you had this epiphany, like, wait, I like this game, but I can actually play this like for real.
Yeah.
So my question to you is: was there a particular tournament or a match or kind of a level up moment where you're like, this has become real, or is it something? Because everybody plays in your family. Is it something that happened gradually? The floor is yours.
I think it was mainly gradually. When I really knew I loved playing was when I was on a team with, it was a Valley Heat team. My coach was James White at Valley Heat. He was one of the best coaches I've ever had by far. Um, and it's just the love, because all athletes go through a stage where, like, oh, do I really like this? Am I just doing it to do something? But that's when I was like, no, I really love doing this. Like, I love this sport. I love this coach, I love this team, and I think that whole season was just a great season for me, and that like made me realize I want to keep doing this. And then school season's always so fun. At my high school, we had the bleacher creatures, so they'd always all the student section would always come out and cheer, and it was just a great experience, and it made it fun and all of that. So yeah.
I love bleacher creatures. Look, I am a diehard Yankees fan,
Hmm.
and there's a bleacher section at Yankee Stadium called the Bleacher Creatures, and these people are just fierce, like in a good way. Like like maybe some people have a little liquor courage and they go the other way, but these guys, like I remember I let my hair grow. Like I got like this big old afro into this thing, and I let my hair grow, right. And when I walked to the bleacher section, everyone in the section was chanting 1-800-ATT 1-800. It was like a Carrot Top reference, 1-800-ATT. Like I got all this attention. No, but look, bleacher creatures rock, dude.
Yeah,
Right.
they're amazing.
And Madigan says, Emily, you are awesome. And there's a big old heart next to your comment sections lighting up for you. Um, in conjunction with what we were talking about before, creating like a positive atmosphere,
Hmm.
like, do you think like the atmosphere on the opposite end, or a different end, makes people leave the game hating it? Like I had this conversation with Kristen Nuss, who played at
Yeah.
LSU. By the way, if for you indoor guys, that people that don't know who Kristen Nuss is, call a friend, dude. Play for LSU, 36-0 record for her pair. Her first AVP major tournament qualifier, main draw won. Her first international tournament, last spot on the qualifier, main draw won. She's 5'6", and she's the best player in the world. So we had this conversation about why people leave hating the game.
Yeah.
Um, and I wanted you to go first. We can go back and forth and have a little fun.
Yeah.
Give each other permission to think out loud. I'm not gonna be one of those guys gonna be like wrong. So think out loud a little bit. Don't we're not we mean no harm. We're just trying to talk about volleyball.
Yeah, for sure. I think it really has to do mainly with attitude. Your attitude in a game messed like it's the outcome of the game. If you have a bad attitude, even if you win, you're gonna come out being like, no, that game sucked. That like it's like I had, I'll be honest, first 2 years of high school, I cried almost every single game. I had the worst attitude, and I was like, no, I don't want to play anymore. This is stupid. I don't want like I don't know why I do this. And then I talked with like my high school coach, my club coach, and they're like, why do you cry? And I'm like, I don't know why I cry. I just do it. And so but then I was like, okay, I need to fix my attitude, like walk into the game, just play. And I started to do that, and I started to love volleyball again. So I really think attitude is the main thing that made people walk away, because they have an attitude, they give up, they think, oh, my coach hates me, or oh, I can never do this, I can't play, I'm horrible at this game, I should just quit. Like all the thoughts keep running in their head, and they never actually like think why they feel that. And I think if like attitudes are fixed and they're like, okay, next ball mentality, all of that.
I like that. I'd like to offer you another perspective, and we can keep this ball rolling
Yeah.
here. Where I am, I live in Hermosa Beach, California. Overtraining, being overcoached, and like playing too much can cause a certain burnout where the kid's just like, man, I don't want to do this anymore. Like I talked to Cole Fears, who
Yeah.
went to Stanford, lefty. He's coaching right now, by the way. Fantastic human being. Um, but by the time he got to his freshman year of college, he was done. He just played
Yeah.
tournaments every weekend. He trained 3 days a week, did the weight room, and and here's where it comes from. You play so much, you have these expectations, and then when your goals mix with your expectations, and you face disappointment. Like you checked all the boxes, you did everything right, and you're still losing.
Yeah.
At some point, you're like, I hate this. I hate this.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't. I'm bringing memories back on you right now. But you're probably reflecting right now as we speak. But I don't want to do this anymore. My legs feel like jelly. I just, I can't walk anymore. I can't, yeah. So from our perspective, one of our weaknesses out here is sometimes coaches have to know when to say, "Hey, take a break," and not keep striking a horse to get him to ride when the horse can't ride
Yeah.
anymore. I mean, and I have an old saying: if you had never in your career hated this sport, then you probably never competed hard enough.
Exactly. I
It's
agree.
like
Yeah.
I think everyone has, right? And I'm glad I asked you that question because again, you're a different generation. You have a different story to tell. You're a different everything. You and me are different everything. Right
Yeah.
now. So yeah, but do you see what I'm talking about? Like as to why
Yeah, I
people hate the
agree.
game? Yeah. So you were like
Yeah.
one of those emotional people, huh? Cried when you won, cried when you
Oh yeah.
lost.
Oh yes.
Oh my God, you would have been great for like American Idol. Like Simon finally says something nice, and you're just like, oh. And then at some point, Simon's going to be like, listen, this whole thing where I compliment you, and you cry and you act surprised. You've got to stop doing this, okay? You are a great player, and you have to stop acting like it's the first time this happened to you. When does it end? When does it end?
Yeah, it's it was quite a interesting 2 years of the first high school because I was freshman on varsity, so going in from
Mm,
grade school playing, which is not the same level as high school, it was much different, and it was stressful because you have the seniors who have been there for 4 years, and you feel that need to be great, and it makes being a girl you get emotional and I was just over emotional. um,
right.
but yeah, it was a good 2 years, and I think it was a great learning curve. And it got to the point where the emotions settled down a bit. Like it's still good to have emotion and want and all of that, but
Hmm.
it got to a point where I didn't cry when we lost, and it was like, no, I played well. I gave it all I had. That's all I could give. It was a great game.
Yeah, nobody's undefeated.
Yeah.
VB Coach D said, "Well said." As per our diagnoses, right? We're not doctors. We just recognize the symptoms, my friends.
Yeah.
we know what it looks like. You were also lucky enough to be in an atmosphere where you have coaches and parents or whatever that understand the distinction between self-correct and guidance, right?
Yes.
When you're a child, you're a toddler to a child to a teen to a young adult to a full adult, which you're still going through. I'm not gonna talk about building chakras and like that kind of weird, because I'm a theater guy and I'm into that. But you go through these cycles where things happen to you and how you build a character armor against it or how you deal with it. There's a genetic thing we humans have called self-correct, which we don't always exercise. Even adults, we're not even willing to self-correct. But that mixture mixed with guidance is something that I think shaped this wonderful player, and it seems even better human being I'm talking to right now. And
Aw,
yeah, I like it. I like it, and I like you, and the comment
thank you,
section
thank
loves you.
you.
I mean, it's. I'm glad I'm doing this live, people. It's the only way to stay ahead. Um, you are 18.
Yes.
There is a 13-year-old that wants to play volleyball, and she asked you for advice. She's like, "I'm
Okay.
13. I want to be
Yeah.
like you." I mean, you athletically defy every stereotype anyway, right? Like everyone's looking for like this skinny, lean person that someone that could hula hoop a Cheerio, right? Like
Yeah.
you're not built like that. You carry a lot
No.
of muscle. You have Texas legs, you know. Yeah. So you have a 13-year-old that says, hey, I want to be like you when I'm 18. How do I do this? What do you tell
Yeah,
them?
honestly, just practice and find find a place where you feel like you belong. You can't walk into a gym and be like, "Oh, I don't like this person, I don't like that person." You need to find a place where you feel at home. And I think I really found that at Havoc and with some of my past coaches. And that helps a lot because then you can feel like you can build, you can be comfortable with making mistakes because mistakes are what makes you better. You learn from them, you know how to avoid them the next time. And honestly, just play. And if you ever get down on yourself, feel like you can't do it, you have to just tell yourself you can and you will. Because what you tell yourself, that's what'll happen. So
Isn't that the biggest thing? Like telling
yeah,
a kid, um, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do.
yeah,
You're literally not grown yet. Not,
yeah,
we're not even talking about psychologically. We got into that a little bit, figuratively or whatever. No, literally, you're not even grown yet. You
yeah,
got some idiot coach telling you what you can and can't do at 13 years old. You know,
exactly.
yeah, and I like
It's
that.
like riding a bike. You fall off, you have to get back on.
Yes,
Just
until
keep going.
the muscle memory of riding a bike comes to a point where you're not thinking about it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, like when you get up in the morning and brush your teeth, do you think about brushing your teeth, or do you just brush,
You just
right?
do it.
Yeah, right. So, but that's where I think I would talk to, like, I guess a 14, 15, 16, but a 13-year-old is exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Little girl, there's a lot of people that are going to say what you can and can't do,
Yeah.
and they might. I'm gonna take their side for a little bit. They might be somewhat right as far as demographics are concerned, right? Like,
Hmm.
if you have a girl that's going to be like 5'9", but like all the colleges are looking for like a 6'1" outside hitter, tell her the reality. Tell her, look, you're probably going to have to run 150 meters for the 100-meter dash, and it's not going to be fair, right?
Yeah.
And everyone, they're going to look at everyone before you, and sometimes they're not going to let you in a race. But if this is what you want, know this path. That's my coach. That's my assistant coach. That's my strength and conditioning coach. That's my box for the box jump. I keep one in the studio. I keep a box jump in the studio, girl. Let's get to work. So from a coach's perspective, you shape their reality and just let them know it's going to be hard. But if it's what they really
Yeah.
want, as a coach, it is incumbent upon us to say, if this is what they want, let's go, let's go.
Yeah.
So I was just asking you from a player's perspective because you have a lived experience, and also a recency bias that comes from 13 to 18. So
Yeah. And I'd just say have fun too, because if you don't have fun, then what are you doing? There's
nah,
no point in doing something if you
just
don't
like
somewhat
just like
enjoy
have
it.
fun. Just
And
have fun.
sometimes it could be hard to have fun, but you just gotta put yourself in that mindset. Just go out and play, and it's great.
Well, I have my own saying, become the fire or be consumed by it. Right.
Yeah.
So that's my thing, and because I'm very very old school. I sound all nice and polite and docile now, but I'm not really like that way when I'm a coach. But don't get me wrong. I'm not an Eastern European either, right? I'm not like making them learn Latin and beating them half to death in a single sex environment. No, just I think embracing the process allows you to like the
Yeah.
process. Your coach is listening to this right now, and from one coach to another, I was with John Mayer at LMU, Coach D. Um, sorry, VB Coach D, and there was a book called Chop Wood, Carry Water, which is required reading for every beach player before during that they read during the non-traditional season because their season's in the spring. So, and it's about this guy that wants to be a samurai warrior, but there are certain labors and activities and chores he has to do every morning. And at some point, you're thinking, what does one thing have to do with the other? But it's a psychological embracing. Like, if I'm going to chop wood, if I'm going to do this, how am I going to do it? Am I going to do this right? Am I going to do this? Am I thinking, do I want to be the best person to do it? Different category, but like, do I want to do this right? And the only way that you can get better at it, and the only way it becomes part of your DNA, where you don't think about it, is you have to embrace the process, which is different from liking it, I guess, right? So maybe I'm off the track, off the rails here, but coach, I highly recommend, if you have a required reading thing for your season, preseason, chop wood, carry water. John Mayer does it for LMU. He's the head coach of the beach team. They just made the NCAA's last 2025, lost to TCU. Dane Blanton also. Dane Blanton is a four-time NCAA champ as a coach, and an NCAA champ as a player at Pepperdine. Yeah. Oh, an Olympic gold medalist and an AVP champ. So wow, that one guy has like all four things. Oh my god, that's so cool. So yeah, that was very 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 good. So you're in the game. All right, you're giving up
Yeah.
a bunch of points. How do you hit the reset button?
Um, Honestly, it's the team you're with. You have to build those relationships with people. If you get in a funk, you just kind of, a lot of people try to reset with themselves. That's what I tried to do for a while, but it's just no. I kept telling myself, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. But you need to be able to find that one person on your team where you can go to and they're like, hey, snap out of it. You're okay. Or know the way you can get out of your head. Like my setter Annie, she was one of the best. I love her so much. She would always just be like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like snap out of it. You're fine. Like you that was good. What are you doing? Like
Mm.
you're okay." And I was like, "Okay, okay, it's okay." And so I think just finding that person or finding that what you need to tell yourself, like some people have that next point mentality, just being able to get out of that funk and find your person.
Yeah, I like that, and I think the more that you train for those things in practice, the least amount of time the funk lasts, right? Because at
Yeah.
volleyball, funks happen. Right? That's just the game. There's no shutouts in volleyball. You're going to give up. There's a chance you're going to give up two or three in a row. The question is,
Yeah.
does this funk last 6 points, or does it last 3 points? Does it
Yeah.
last seven? Right? And
Yeah.
I think that just comes from guiding your emotions too.
Mhm.
Like, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you just have a bad day. Like it happens to everyone. You're just not hitting great, you're not passing great. It just happens. So I think being able to realize like it's not my attitude. I'm okay. I'm just not playing that well and being able to for me like if I'm just not hitting the ball the way I'm supposed to, I look at my set, I'm like, "Hey, don't set me." And I'll work on everything else. I'll do the blocking, I'll do the passing, everything else, but it's just
Oh.
like don't set me unless you need to right now.
Do you see what makes you valuable though? Like you basically just said, I'm having a bad hitting day. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bang it out from the service line. I'm going to
Yeah.
make sure all of the passes are perfect. I think a player's ability to take the other five fundamentals to compensate for the sixth one, serve receive, right? Let's say you're having a bad passing day. I can still dig. Digging and serve receive are
Yeah.
two different things, right? So, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like being able to recognize not being like, "Oh, I want to do it all. I want to do this." And being able to look at your coach and be like, "Hey, can you either push me back, put someone in for me? Like, I'm not doing great." It's like what's best for the team and not for yourself.
Right. Coach D just said, VB Coach D said, "Chop wood, carry water, great book." See, he's ahead of the game. This is why Coach. This is why they pay you the big bucks, and I salute you for that. Look, if you're not getting paid a lot, just marry someone really rich. All right. So there's an old saying, right? If you're not a millionaire by the time you're 40, make sure you're married to one. Yeah. I I myself have a volleyball, fanatic for a wife. She actually got recruited to Harvard to play tennis and volleyball, and she, just like you, small school in West Virginia, won two state championships, and yep.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah. But the cool thing is, she's rich. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing, y'all. Um, yeah, and I like that because you have graduated into navigating your emotions. Okay,
Mhm.
there's an old saying: for every 5 points you get emotionally high, you're probably going to give up eight or nine on the low. So as
Yeah.
coaches, we say big waves crash. Like if your wave's too big, it's nice because you're riding that wave and you got a big smile on your face and it's like the coolest thing ever. But the wave's going to crash. So
Yeah.
big waves crash. Smaller waves get you from Manhattan Beach Pier to Hermosa Beach Pier. Small waves. So um, that was that an evolution for you, like between 13 and 18? You just told us you started with nothing but tears, but
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think realizing that every point is important, but like just realizing like if you're in a funk, it's okay. Just next ball, like you can bang out the next one. Or it's like if you're on a really good run, don't get overexcited because if you do anything wrong, then you're going to mess up. But also not thinking about messing up and just going and playing, I think really helps. And like if you are on that high, not expecting to be on that high the entire time because it can easily drop with 2 points.
Right.
So just being able to like be like, okay, I may mess up, but that's okay. And then I can go hit the next one as hard as I possibly can and we'll be good.
Right. Now, college process and preparation is going to be kind of the same. It's almost going to be like everything you've done in high school, except you feel like it's on steroids. No, speaking metaphorically, it's just everything is like
Yeah.
2 levels higher, and you are going to level up with it.
Yeah.
Also, nutrition, finding out what you're throwing in your body and what works for you and what doesn't. You know, and at this point in your life, like for me, like that's evolved so many times. Like I just defer to the younger coaches for that because what I ate, when I played it in Germany. I just ate anything, but we're just learning. We're learning about these things, right? And
Yeah.
and in fact, right now, I just finished the carnivore challenge. I did beef butter
Oh,
bake
wow. Okay.
from June 1st to July 20th. I lost 20 pounds.
Mhm.
It's gone.
Oh,
This is
wow.
gone, right? In fact, in Hawaii, that's all I was doing. That's why you didn't see me eat, because I had a specific whatever. So,
Yeah.
um, you're ready for that. Are you ready? Are you are
Yeah.
you are you just ready for all this? Are you excited about all this?
I'm so excited, yes. And I've been talking to Coach Alexis for a bit this week, and it's just every conversation I have gets me more and more excited for the season. Talking to the new team, everyone is just so happy, so welcoming, so excited. And I think have everyone having that want is gonna help the transition so much, make it so much easier.
Nice. All right. So here's the thing. We banged out a lot of volleyball, but it would be podcasting malpractice to not have some fun questions in here. Okay. Um, my daughter's actually in beach camp right now, and hopefully someone's bringing her lunch. But that's and she looks like Queen Daenerys. You ever seen Game of Thrones?
No.
No. There's a bunch of white. There's a white-haired race of people. It's just like bleach blonde. They're called Targaryens. My kid's a Targaryen. What was the last good book you read? Comment section. If there was a last good book she read, you could post it. What was the last good book you read?
Oh,
She's like, I don't
probably
read,
the
dude.
Odyssey.
Oh, a
Yeah.
little Homer in your life. Okay,
Yeah.
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 Have you seen the movie?
No, I want to though.
Yeah, everyone, like as a former theater performer, like I have a different like lens the way my peers look at movies, and all of them said that it's a must see. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm excited.
I was excited about the Iliad. Like people forget Troy. The movie Troy
Yeah.
was about the Iliad. And it wasn't just about
Oh, okay,
Brad
yeah.
Pitt looking good, right? It was like Eric Bana who played Hector. He was awesome. Like the guy that played Odysseus. I forgot. Sean Bean. Right? It's just a
Yeah.
great cast. The guy to play
Mhm.
Agamemnon. So, and I know my Greek
Yeah.
tragedy because again that was part of my major. So, we had to learn about Greeks and Romans.
Yeah.
Uh, what sports movie inspires you? Like, what was the
Um,
first thing that came to your mind for sports movie?
Probably Miracle Season. The one about the volleyball player that passed away,
You
and just the
saw
way her
that.
team was able to like come back and win for her, and like it was an attitude thing because they all thought in the beginning we can't do it without her, but then they changed their mindset and was like, well, let's do it for her, and it's just a really like great movie and like a great message, and I that's probably one
And
of
it
my
was a volleyball
favorites.
movie.
It was.
Dude, comment section. Guys in the comment section, what is your favorite sports movie? Doesn't have you don't have to think. Just what was the first one that came to your mind? Leave in the comment section what your favorite sports movie is. We're doing a roll call on that while her and I continue to whatever. I heard so many good things about that.
Yeah,
Wow, I heard so many good things about that. Maybe it's on YouTube or something for free, or I'll just, I mean, we pay for like
it's
a
a
dozen
great
streaming
movie.
services. I'm gonna find it now because you're not the first person to tell me that. My
Yeah.
last guest, she's 24 and lives in North Carolina, and she's doing a diary on my path to becoming an NCAA coach. She's a club coach, so she's doing a
Uh-huh.
10-minute diary on TikTok every day. So it's just this
Oh, that's awesome.
really, and if you're looking for like tips and like she does private lessons, these little 60-second clips. I never seen anyone that was so young and so like so good. She's, nothing about her is rookie except her little kid voice. What do we got? Oh, we are the Titans. Oh, remember the Titans. Okay, Rudy. Anna says Rudy. Mavako Monster says, if you're thinking Remember the Titans, that was the first one that came to my mind. Remember the Titans. It's
Okay,
one
yeah,
of the first integrated football teams. It was Denzel Washington at his best. Miracle, the other one about the hockey team. That's one that comes
yeah.
to a lot of people's mind. Yeah, guys, roll call, comment section, leave it in there, throw it in there. We're all watching it. So for me, the first one that came to my mind, and it's not my favorite one, not by a long shot, but like the
Mhm.
first thing was Jerry Maguire. You had me at hello. Just shut up. You had me at hello. Yeah, I liked Cuba Gooding Jr. in that because they were trying to get him to cry at the end. He's like, I'm not going to cry. But then when they give him a number on what his contract was, woo, I love everybody. It was just wild. But I would go Remember the Titans. I will go Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
And I like this movie called The Replacements. It was like this is Keanu Reeves, little spoof things. So, do you like Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
Cool. Do you like
Yeah.
are you MCU or like X-Men universe person?
Um, I mean, I've watched all the movies, but I'm not like a
Okay.
Marvel connoisseur, so I just kind of I
Yeah.
like it all. I like all the things.
I've evolved into like an Avengers person because of the
Yeah.
how well they did the movies. I grew up an X-Men
Hmm.
head. Okay, I identify with X-Men because they were being vilified because they're different and they look different and they act different. And my mom's black and my father's white. So growing up, I went through a lot of stuff where,
Yeah.
again, I'm rocking an afro into this thing. So I was always treated differently because I looked different and I behaved differently. So X-Men, I identified with them. And in
Yeah.
fact, in my house, and we had this thing called a Harry Potter closet. I have 11 years worth of comic books from 1983 to 1983 to 94. Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. X-Men.
My dad's a big comic book guy, so he
Yeah.
has a million.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't count them all, but
I mean, you
yeah.
hear, Dad, if you're watching, do you hear that? I don't even know if they're worth anything anymore, but they're kept in plastic. What we do is we put them on a piece of cardboard and put it in plastic. So 11 years
Yeah.
worth of X titles, not just X-Men, not just Uncanny X-Men. Um, Pool or beach?
Hmm. Beach.
You're like, depends on the beach.
Yeah.
Look, I live in Hermosa Beach. It's beach all day. If I'm in New York, if it's Coney Island, I'm like, pool's cool.
Yeah, you could get a pool anywhere.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter?
Hmm. Probably Harry Potter.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
okay, we're not doing bourbon, vodka, or tequila. We're both too young for that. Um, favorite sport outside of volleyball?
Ooh.
Well,
I would
as a player first, and then as a spectator. So let's do both.
okay. Player. I don't play much other than volleyball, but probably pickleball. I've picked that up kind of.
Yeah.
Not great yet, but we'll get there.
Hmm.
My mom plays a lot, so we'll learn.
Yeah.
But to watch, I'd say basketball. I think it's really fun. My high school was a big basketball school, so going to those games, it was like, hey, you going to the game, and that's just it was kind of life at that school. So I'd say
Kind,
basketball's
kind
really
of like
fun.
yeah, kind of like Texas and Friday night football, right? It's just like a way of
Yeah.
life. And in New York is a basketball culture. And I grew up
Hmm.
predominant. I played every, growing up you play every sport, but the elite athletes were basketball. We had like
Yeah.
8 high schools that produced like X amount of NBA players. Carmelo Anthony, Jamal Mashburn, Stephon Marbury, just all of these guys from like the same amount of schools. And for me, for spectator, I just love the drama of football. Anything that has
Oh
a
yeah.
clock that has to tick to zero. The clock is
Yeah.
ticking. You're behind. Can you come back or not? It's basically it's drama. It's drama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the definition of drama. I don't know if you know the definition. I do. The definition of drama is the recreation of conflict put in front of an audience as if it's happening right now. That's football. That's basketball.
Yeah.
That's hockey. That was the World Cup, right? The World Cup was high drama, you know? Um, did you have a favorite action film star growing up?
mm, Probably The Rock.
Yeah, Dwayne Johnson. Let's go.
Yep.
Mine was Bruce Willis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
old, I'm giving away my age, but like I thought Die Hard was one of the best ever like good guy bad guy movies.
Yeah, it's a
Where
good movie.
and the reason why I liked him is because Bruce Willis didn't have superpowers. He couldn't fly. He wasn't like this huge imposing person. He was a regular guy that was in a situation where you're not supposed to make it out of this. But as he continued to dodge, to get out of these situations and all these scenes, you start cheering for him to live. And there's something very romantic about that.
Yeah.
You choose your virtue over your passion, right? And and somehow you get through it. And it was one of the best bad guys. His name is Alan Rickman. He was the bad guy in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and it became like the measuring stick for like all the good guy bad guy movies.
Yeah.
Your grandparents, if they're watching this, Key Largo would be Humphrey Bogart, Lauren Bacall, Edward G. Robinson. But enough about all this theater stuff. I'm showing you who I really am, aren't I? um, I think we covered everything. Wow. Looks like I will
Awesome.
treat my daughter or whatever. I'm not keeping you an extra hour. I don't know if you saw the previous episode. You're like, dude, okay, this is a long form podcast. Let me pack a lunch. Um, so your first game September 4th.
Yes.
Yeah. What conference are you in?
Um, that's a great question.
You're
I
like, who
think,
cares? I'm playing.
yeah, well, it's D3 NCAA. I think it's SCAC.
Okay.
I think
Nice. All right.
possibly.
That's okay. Just the only thing you can do is beat whoever's in front of you, right?
Yep.
All right, that you're about that life. You
Yeah.
struggle to give me a second sport. You are truly about that life. You're a nerd. You're a volleyball nerd. How about that?
Yes.
That's right. Wear that like armor. um, any favorite inspiring quotes?
Hmm. I don't really think so. I think just going out, doing everything you love to do, having fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's all I got. I'm not gonna invent things to talk about. But listen, when your season's over, let's come back at this from a different angle. I'd like to talk.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
it's useful, it's productive for our audience to have someone that went through the process and preparation of a freshman year.
Yeah.
This is a new idea because I usually just talk to pros and occasionally so for me to grow the game, this is my volleyball activism, and I don't mean to
Yeah.
speak about myself, but for everybody watching this, I really appreciate you guys jumping in because for some reason a live whatever introduces things that were not on the menu. Which, by the way, I told you I didn't need this, gone. But I think I'll end this on a quote myself. One of my favorite quotes is the Battle of St. Crispin. It's Shakespeare from Henry IV, Part 1. And you might have heard this before. It's we few, we happy few, we bands of brothers. For he today that sheds his blood for me shall be my brother. And that's how I want to wrap up.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
anything you want to say? Maybe you give them what's the website for the so people can keep up with your schedule. What it's
Yeah,
just
I would just say look at University of Dallas website, go to athletics, and you'll be able to see that schedule. Come to a game, watch a game. Yeah.
nice. Thank you. Hey, so for everybody at home, she might love you guys, but I don't love any of you. In fact, no, no, I changed my mind. I don't know. You got me. I'm a hater from New York, and you got me. I don't hate any of you. I love all of you. So for all of you at home, for all of you on your iPads, for all of you on your desktop, who runs the world old school, this is Emily Madigan. I am Jason DeBillius, and you're gonna stay with me, but we're gonna run our credits. But for everybody else, Thank you for joining us. We're out. Come check out the Option Podcast on OptionVB.com. It's also available on iTunes and Spotify and on YouTube under the NY Varsity Sports handle. You're going to love what you hear.